All right, I got my next guest calling in right now. Ava Everett is joining me right now. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
I
Thank you.
hope you can hear me well enough.
Yes, yes, I can. I can hear you.
Great. How are you doing?
Just hanging in there. I'm pretty much. Hope everything is well on your end and being safe out there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm still like a very moderate part-time essential worker, so I have been getting out of the house a little bit, but uh, I'm working on some reduced hours, so I'm getting to spend a little bit more time on like social media and content for pro wrestling, which is really kind of nice, especially considering this is such a scary time. I'm being able to like connect with the fans a little bit more, which is I think what everybody needs right now.
Very, very true. So, with that being said, how did you get started into wrestling?
So I started training at the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. Which is in North Andover, Massachusetts. I kind of got into wrestling when the Divas Evolution was kind of going on. So that first time that Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch had that big triple threat match at WrestleMania, that was really when I was like, wow, like I really think I want to try and do something like this. And then a couple years later, I found New England Pro Wrestling Academy. I watched a class, and then I've been doing that ever since. I started in probably, and I'm probably wrong on this too because my dates, I'm horrible with memorizing dates, but I think I started in a 2018, the summer of 2018, so it's been almost 2 years now.
Okay. I first heard of you through the website New England Female Wrestling. Um,
Oh, okay, yep, with Mike, absolutely.
yeah, so that's definitely become a source for like checking out all things independent wrestling. Uh, and they do like custom matches, and when fans get to be the bookers, they get to like come up with a script and give you the outcome and things like that. So, who were some of your wrestlers growing up that inspired you?
Um, I really like to look back. 'Cause I am a woman, so I try to keep a lot of my influences from female wrestlers. So I do I really enjoy watching Gail Kim, Trish and all of the matches that they had. Nikki Roxx is a woman from New England that she's something that I've been watching. I really am into like Joshi wrestling, so watching a little bit of Toyota and Bull Nakano, just kind of trying to dip my toes in a little bit of everything, because I think that wrestling is so many different styles. So you really need to kind of keep your mind open to all of the different wrestling styles that you'll see in the ring. So just being able that you're kind of able to do a little bit of everything.
Definitely like the name Nikki Roxx. I have to say, I love her on Impact Wrestling. Oh, TNA
Yeah.
back in the days. I swear she's easily one of the most underrated wrestlers at that. That division was stacked. Talent like her, Taylor Wilde, also Kim, Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, Madison Wayne. That division was stacked, and Nikki, I don't think she gets enough credit for what she meant to Knockouts division. She was good, real, real good. Um, so I I admire about you, Ava, is the T-shirt, the Taker shirts. I, they look incredible. The Ava Taker is. Talk about those shirts. What was it like coming up with the design for them?
Oddly enough, both of those T-shirt designs, and then one that's, I have another Ava Taker design, just kind of like the steak logo. That one's on Pro Wrestling Tees. But I actually had someone give me those designs. Like, they were inspired from my wrestling, and all three Ava Taker shirts that I currently have were sent to me by fans, and they were like, "Hey, please, use design. Came up for it with you," and I was so like, it it was such a cool experience to know that I had such an impact on someone's, their wrestling, that they wanted to make a T-shirt for me. So those are all fan-based T-shirt designs. It was like really crazy.
That is awesome. Fan base, that's a rare
Yeah,
thing. But to have fans like that, to be that invested in you and in your work, that means you got the right job. Obviously, you got people that legit support you. You can go buy those shirts at prowrestlingtees.com, with pretty much all independent wrestling is on hold. The best way you can support these independent wrestlers is buying their merch, autograph photos, whatever that have available. Um, uh, that's definitely a must buy. I like that, and at the bottom it said "Dead Girl Inc." So it's they those fans are very creative. I have to say,
they really are.
very absolutely. So I hear you're part of a tag team called the Platinum Knights.
So I actually am no more, the Platinum Honeys don't tag any longer.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a tag partner that is another person that is from the New England area,
Mm-hmm.
Davy N. We're actually known as the Girls Room, but we tag more frequently now. Cause Anthony doesn't really Anthony Green, so it was Anthony Green, so we were all together. We were a trio, but he mostly comes out on his own anymore. So, but he goes out on his own without us. I'm like turning over my words. So yeah, I'm in a different tag team now. But the Platinum Honeys was definitely something that was super influential in, getting me noticed. But we unfortunately don't tag anymore.
Oh, okay. I am familiar with Davy Ann. I've interviewed her
Yes.
back in January. She's cool, and one thing she's a huge Wonder Woman fan. You noticed that the attire she used to have. She's cool, very cool person to chat with, and she's talented wrestler as well. What were some of the wrestling shows you were able to do before things got shut down? That you look back and relive.
Yeah. I think 2019 was a really exciting year for my career. I started doing Beyond Wrestling's Uncharted Territory, and it was a weekly wrestling show. So I really got my start of being acknowledged from them. It kind of was spread like a wildfire from there. I was able to do bar wrestling in California. I do a lot of local indies, so Chaotic Wrestling. I just recently started getting back on the main roster at Limitless Wrestling in Maine, so just a little bit everywhere. But I got to say that a lot of that credit is to, Beyond Wrestling, and those uncharted territories that they were doing really, I think, did a lot for not only the wrestling community, but just independent wrestlers in general. But just kind of living back that weekly episodic wrestling was just something that I think a lot of us took for granted, that, now we do it. We're kind of just hanging out.
Yeah, it's definitely heartbreaking how this pandemic has affected so many people from all over the world, and obviously you wrestlers, y'all put your heart and soul into this. It's more than just a job. It's a passion, something that you crave. and just being in front of that crowd and compete. And because of this pandemic, y'all won't be able to compete for a while. Um, so it's heartbreaking. But what's most important right now is the health and safety of everyone that's still here. So wrestling for the most part is on pause, but we all, from fans to wrestlers, look forward to seeing y'all back to compete. Um, what what is the one thing that you looking forward to doing as far as when things do eventually get back to some sort of normal? Who are some wrestlers out there you are so eager wanting to go and compete up against?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited to get back in the ring. I can't wait to meet all of the fans that I've had the opportunity to acquaint myself with online since this whole pandemic has, kind of happened and put everything on pause. I really can't wait to get back to a lot of the different wrestling promotions that, I kind of started, getting in with before this all happened. I'd really like to get in there with myself and Davian Wrestling, tag teams like Solo Darling and Willow Nightingale. They have, the Jakara Tag Championship champion, they have the champion. Maybe, getting myself to some seminars and tryouts so that I could maybe potentially get seen by some people that are running Shimmer. I'd really like to get into Evolve Shine. So more so promotions opposed to wrestlers for me, because I think that you're granted such great opportunities at different promotions because they all have different talents that they use. So I'm just get in there with anybody. Doesn't matter who it is, anyone. I just want to wrestle again.
That's what I like to hear. So anyone wants to go up against the Ava Taker, she's ready for you. Once things get back to some sort of normal, of course, but she'll be ready for y'all.
Oh, of course.
She'll be ready for y'all. Um, why don't you go ahead and promote social media links and your merchandise and any other links that people should check out, and how can they help you while you are on the sidelines waiting to get back to the ring?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Ava Everett _ When you do look up those accounts, you will see Ava Everett / Evie Rogerson. Those are all of my accounts. They do have my ring and real name on them. You can also find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook fan page just under Ava Everett. I do have a Pro Wrestling Tees account, so it's prowrestlingtees.com/Ava Everett. And I also have a Patreon page where you can find me at patreon.com/Ava Everett as well.
Ava, it was great chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Have a great rest of your night. I
Abs-
appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely, and I'm very convinced I'm probably gonna end up buying one of those Ava Taker shirts. They look.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I may, I'm gonna do what I can in that regard. So be safe, and we'll chat again in the future.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a great